Well, hello there, Pisces. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about what's going on in March, all right? So we're going to do the full overview for March, which will have 4 weeks. So we'll have 4 columns of cards, and then 3 rows, where you are, what's blocking you, what your solution is. And we are going to have a couple of messages from my better angels, which I'll give you right now. The first one was we're talking about some self-care. So this month of March, we are all in the self-care mode. This will be reinvigorating ourselves or reintroducing something we used to do, whether it's physical exercise, journaling, meditation, diet, something like that, right? Whatever that is for you. It doesn't have to be any of those 4 things, but those will probably be the ones I mention most. So you're going to like refocus on that and sort of start back at the beginning of where it is, because whenever you quit doing those things, because life happened, we were pretty far in advance, but we need to go back to the beginning parts, which are kind of boring, but we need to go back to that space so that we can get back into the rhythm, get back into the routine of it all. So it'll be okay. You'll only do that for a couple of weeks, and then we'll add more spice, okay? But bear with me, and we'll get started, okay? We want to start a routine this month that will help us take good care of ourselves, all right? And the other message from our better angels is that we are remembering what we did in February, which was stay in our lane. We kind of got regrouped on where we are, what's important to us, what's about us, and in doing so, we sort of maybe blocked out what's going on in the rest of the world, and now we need to take one ear, just one ear, stick it out there and see what's going on. We want to listen to what's going on outside our bubble and make sure of what it is, put it through the filters, make sure it has to do with us, and or it doesn't, and that, react accordingly. But now the rest of that information, instead of just getting away from it, we want to go ahead and listen to it, figure it out, understand what it is, because it may be affecting our friends, family, or associates, okay? And we want to be able to empathize with them. We want them to understand where they're coming from and how that's working for them. So now we're using that to help us understand the outside world, all right? Cool. So those are the messages, and we will now get into what's going on here for you personally, Pisces, for the month of March. I have a deck of cards here where we are going to get a card of the month for you. This is going to be a card we talk about every month, every week of this month, and it will help us integrate all the things that are happening, all right? Throughout the month, we will always come back to this safe space, right? This one little card will be like the guiding energy for the month. And this is, of course, the Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle, and you have success. Isn't that fantastic? Look at that. Whatever you're working on, you're going to have great success all month long, okay? So congratulations, huzzah. This is awesome stuff, perfect energies. I love to see success happening. It'll happen in all areas of your life, relationships, work, and every other area that you have interest in working in, okay? So now let's go ahead and light the candle for good juju for the month, for the reading. This candle is called Tobacco Patchouli, and it is from Patty Wax Apothecary. These smell divine and delicious, so if you don't even buy these candles, that's fine. I'm not trying to sell you candles. I'm just wanting you to sniff at them. Smell these candles, and you will understand why I bought one. They smell divine and delicious. All right? Perfect. We'll set that there, and we are now prepared to go ahead and get into the reading. All right? Let's go ahead and do the full overview. All right? So this deck here is the Light Seers Tarot. All of the decks will be listed in the description box so that you can know what we're working with. We, like I said, are going to have 4 columns, 1 for each week, and then we'll have 3 rows. Where you are, what's blocking you, and then the final will be your solution, all right? So, yeah, this is great. Cool. Now then, Pisces, what is going on for you? Okay, this is going to be the 2nd through the 8th of March right here. And we're going to go in depth on this particular week at the end of this video. So don't be alarmed. We're going to go ahead and get through all of these rather quickly, I think, hopefully. And we'll see how it goes, all right? So let's talk about the 2nd through the 8th of March. We have the Sun. So there's new beginnings happening for you. You may not have all the answers at this time. So just be open to asking the questions. You don't even have to have the answers. So that's the good news. You can say, I don't know. And it will help you a lot to do so because people will just hand you the information. They'll give you the answers. So perfect. Love that for you. What's blocking you this week? No parties. This is a celebration of some sort that will get in the way of you continuing and progressing for this week. So if you're invited to a shindig or a gathering, you're going to have to say, I don't think so. I can't stay up past my bedtime. I got to stay in work mode and handle my business here. All right? And you do want to be prepared to stand up for who you are as a person, okay? Somebody in the mix may suggest that you should change who you are as a person. And quite frankly, Pisces, you're awesome, so I don't know what they're going to try and change, but the answer is, I don't think so. All right? So if there's anything that you ever decide you personally want to change, that's a totally different story. But when somebody else suggests you should change, you're always going to buck back, right? So they made a foolish choice by suggesting it, and you don't want to chop their heads off. Just give them a solid no and move on, because you don't need to get into a lot of words with someone who actually had the nerve to say that to you. There's no need to go deep. It's just stand your ground and say, I am who I am, and let's go on from here, okay? Now, then, like I said, we'll talk about this more in depth at the end of the video. Let's talk about the 9th through the 15th. Haha. 10 of Pentacles. There's a family thing going on. You're getting together with family for sure. There may be a conversation about the family finances. Be aware that the conversation will be important to you. You'll want to pay attention to how things are going with that, and it will have bearing on your situation, okay? So pay attention, and you won't be able to gather people around and get people on your team right now. Not everyone is going to see your situation as something they want to help out with, so you have to go it alone, okay? You won't have a lot of help. But the area where what your solution is to stay in your feelings. There is a King of Cups here, an emotionally based male energy person. It doesn't have to be a man, but could be a woman with male energy. Speaking from their feelings, they are going to be the people that you can talk to, lean on, communicate with, and experience what you need to experience and come through to the other side so that you have a better understanding about what you want and where you're going. And I feel like they'll just be a really nice support, okay? They may not be able to help you, but they might be able to help you in your head, okay? And that's cool. So the next week over, the 16th through the 22nd, we have the 4 of Cups. And the 4 of Cups is showing that you have the foundation of your heart is at issue right now. You're thinking about what's going on with your heart, where you live, how you live, who you love, who you don't love, what's going on in the state of your being, and what matters most. You're pondering it. You're coming up with a plan. You're thinking about it. What is the base of your personal heart? And what do you want in it? What do you not want in it? You may be deciding about things that you want to change or release. It'll be clear when you get there. And this is the 5 of Cups, which is showing me that what's blocking you in some cases is memories from past relationships. So other relationships you've been in and how you were interacting in those relationships is like up for review. So how you interacted, I'm really getting that because you're looking at how you're maybe you're seeing old behaviors from who you used to be with who you are now. And you're like, oh man, I'm still repeating old behaviors. I need to double check and verify what I'm doing and make sure that I don't do the same thing that I did in old relationships in this new relationship or this different relationship, okay? Whatever's current for you, you might be repeating an old behavior. we really don't want to. It's not planned, okay? Pay attention so you don't like get too far into something you can't fix, okay? And of course now we have the Hierophant as your solution. And this is about you having a physical manifestation of whatever it is you believe in around you this particular week, and it will help you feel supported, okay? You will feel some support from something outside yourself, whether it's, you can choose anything you want. You could choose the government, God, deity, whatever it is you want to have, be your support system. You can make some physical, whatever you want to choose, a pile of rocks, a rusty doorknob to represent that, so that you can look at that and say, hey, that thing supports me and I support that, and that is going to be giving me confidence you can put in your back pocket as you move forward, so that you're like, okay, I'm going to make the right decisions about my relationship now, and I feel very connected to what I need to be connected to make those correct connections and to make good decisions here about these things, all right? So you are in that place where you're making a decision about relationships or how you want to be in your relationships, okay? Interesting. Now we're talking about March 23rd through the 29th. What do we have here? We have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is showing that you're standing in your power. It does also look like as you stand in your power in this moment, it looks a little lonely. It looks a little bit like this person isn't uncomfortable, but they are not amongst their friends. They are on their own. They're doing their thing. So there is a lot learned here. There's a lot of learning happening here as you stand your ground and be this person that you want to be. There is something about a foundation of power in the process. So maybe, I mean, she's resting easy in this foundation of power is what I'm seeing right now. That's nice. I like that you're feeling comfortable with what you've created. You're feeling comfortable with what you've decided. So your decision that you made is feeling comfortable right here. That's nice. And of course, what's blocking you? King of Wands. There's a male energy person who's equally as confident as you are, who will be standing up in your way saying, hey, I don't know about this. So you're going to be butting heads with somebody this week. Let's find out what the solution will be, because clearly we know how to butt heads, that's fine, but how are we going to handle it? You have the foundation of power in the process, and technically this is the Ten of Swords. This is you being put in charge. So even though you're butting heads with somebody, whoever you're butting heads with, you're going to end up being able to pull rank, so to speak, or be clear that, no, I'm the one in charge in this situation. I bear the responsibility for anything that goes wrong, and that's why we'll do it my way, because I'm the one bearing the responsibility for doing it wrong, okay? So be aware that there's a lot going on here. It's not just a simple butting of heads. There's a little bit more to it than that. I feel like there might be some past history between you and this person. So pay attention to what that means for you. I'm going to go ahead and save these cards. We'll come back to them in another video, and that will be great. Go in depth on that. And the rest of these as well. But let's go ahead and go deeper right now on this first week, the 2nd through the 8th of March, all right? I have this other deck here, the Magical Nordic Tarot, all pre-programmed for you, so we don't have to wait around for the shuffling. We can just jump right in, okay? Cool. So let's see what we have. Now then, we talked about how you were having a new beginning for yourself. Something new is starting for you. You're feeling pretty good about it. It's feeling joyful, exciting, fabulous. Ask all your questions. You don't have to have the answers, and it won't last forever. But enjoy this brilliance right now. I think you probably have a week to ask questions. The Queen of Swords, who's going to be very particular about how things get done. Just keep asking her, how did you want that done? How did you want that done? How did you want that done? And then you'll have all the answers, and she will be happy. All right? You can live within her version of how she wants it. You can do that. And that will help you a lot. She does remind you of somebody. This is the Five of Cups, you having a memory of past relationships which were also filled with dominant women or feminine energy people who are, this one's smart and capable and able. So don't be alarmed that you have smart, capable, able women in your past and that they are coming up for review, okay? It doesn't mean that you have to, you're not comparing these two people. What you are doing is comparing your behaviors with those people in the past with your behaviors with this person now. Have you grown? Have you changed? Are you doing better than you did before? We're always striving to do better, aren't we? Yes, we are. No parties, okay? We talked about this. No, a party will block you from staying your fresh as a daisy self for the next day. You want to be prepared to do the thing that needs doing and not get yourself into a place where you're not ready, okay? So we're going to stay focused on the gig, and it will help. There is, interesting, the Two of Swords, when it shows up in the blocking department, when it's not blocking, it's telling you you don't have to be afraid. And what I want you to realize is that it's important for you to be very much so on your toes this week, because there could be an issue where if you don't stay clear and conscious and very much so aware of what's going on with this person, they could make things more difficult for you. And we don't want you to get that situation going on. So there might be something to be nervous about, okay? Go ahead and be a little nervous. I know that's not great to hear, but it's important for you to hear, okay? And you're not stuck in your power. What you are is a person who is being shown what you need to do. There is no stuck in the power. You've got your instructions, and you need to carry them out, okay? So get your instructions, carry them out. This is what's happening here. Everything is going the way it's supposed to. Be nervous about meeting the demand. Be nervous about fulfilling the requirements, okay? The more you do that, the better, all right? This card here was talking about how somebody as your solution, in your solution, may consider saying, hey, you really might want to change up who you are in this moment. And you're like, I don't think so. I'm not going to do that, okay? And it might be somebody who doesn't matter that's saying this. Like one of the other people on your team is like going, hey man, you're kind of grindy. You're kind of pushing me around a lot. You're making it harder. And all you're trying to do is get this other person to live up to her standards. And they just don't want to. So they're telling you, you're too much. You're too much. And what's funny is, you're not too much. You're amazing. You are meeting the moment right here. You're meeting that person's needs perfectly because you asked all the questions and you learned what they wanted, and you can meet that level of expertise. So because you can do this and reach this level, you're being put in charge. You're being given the responsibility. You're being asked to go and double check everything. Right? You're going to be the one who has to make everything right, okay? They're trusting you. If there's 82 of these things you guys are doing, you have to check every single one and make sure that they're exactly as they should be. It might be worth giving a quick tutorial to the whole class so that everybody kind of knows if you're going to do 82 of these things, they have to look like this. Here's a sample. Let's do one together. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Presto. Now you've created a visual cue that says this is what it is, this is how it should look, okay? Everybody take pictures of the darn thing. Now, when we go off and do 82 of them, I will happily come by and check them all visually to make sure they're what they should be, but only 1 or 2 of them should be wrong, not all 82, okay? You're doing a good thing here. This is going to be you stepping up to the plate and being better at it than you have been in the past. You are learning new things and you're doing it really, really well. Don't worry, there might be even a little bump in pay as you take on a new role in the situation. You might be, because you're acting as a leader person, there might be a little extra money in your pocket for it. This is good. You'll be able to afford what's going on in your life, and that's wonderful. Okay, well done, Pisces. I love this for you. Okay. Now then, let's go ahead and get you a message from the Cosmic Oracle, all right? This is a nifty deck that I like to use now. We're going to find you one message for this week. That's the one. I think you'll find these messages different than usual, but in a good way, all right? Stop ruminating over what you did or didn't do. Let it go. So stop ruminating over what you did or didn't do. Let it go. That's the Five of Cups. What you did or didn't do in the past isn't going to help. You just need to let that shit go and move forward, all right? It's going to be great. It's going to be fine. Just tell them no. And you don't have to get too fussy about it because you're going to be the one in charge 5 seconds later. So as much as they don't want to do it your way, you're actually doing it their way. And that's awesome. So excellent news. Let's get you a pocket full of rocks, okay? These can be carried around throughout the week to support you, all right? So here are your stones for the week. We have hematite, green garnet, and adventurine. All right, green adventurine, I should say, because it comes in other colors. Now, hematite here is a first chakra stone. It's keeping you grounded, and it's letting you mirror back negativity that you're getting, all right? So if somebody says to you, hey, you should be different, you say, let me just repeat back the phrase to them. Repeat what they said to you. What? They'll hear it and go, what? You're like, exactly. You're asking me to be different, and it's not appropriate for you to tell me I should be different. So you're showing them the error of their ways just simply by repeating their words, and they'll be like, okay, I said that? Yes, you did. Oh, it may or may not work, but the reality and the answer remains no. This stone here is green garnet, and it's talking about how some of the things that are going on right now could have a physical effect on you. Some of the emotional stuff that's going on for you, this is a third chakra stone. In our third chakra, we have memories, feelings, and emotions, all right? And all of those things from the past and the present all kind of hang out in your third chakra. So we want to, the things that are coming up need to be healed, and sometimes we have things that affect our physical bodies simply by creating dis-ease in our body, right? So we remember something from our past and it ends up turning into an ailment of some sort. So we end up with anxiety or depression. And now if we allow the stone to do its job and heal the anxiety or heal the memory that goes with it, then the dis-ease will disappear, okay? We can do some stuff. We can actually get some counseling. If we're having emotional stuff that we need to heal, especially, we need to talk it through or write it out. But the stone will also help, and it'll help heal the process. And then presto changeo, you'll be able to move forward without the dis-ease. Nice. This card here, this stone here is aventurine. And aventurine is a heart stone, and it's there to heal your heart. Okay, so as much as you're healing your memories and stuff, you're also going to be healing your heart, because we all make mistakes and we all learn from our mistakes, but we have to appreciate where we came from, learn from it, heal that memory, give ourselves a break when we screw up, and then move forward. And when we do that, we remember that we were where we were at that time, and that we can heal our heart from that process so that we don't feel like we're broken or anything, because we're not, okay? Excellent. I'm going to put these stones down right here. Pisces, you don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to, but they're here for you if you like. They will support you as you like. Leave a comment below and let me know how they work for you if they do. If you do decide to carry them, and come back on Wednesday and let me know how it's going. We can have a conversation about it and make adjustments if you need to, all right? Suited to your specific situation, all right? If you choose to carry something else, please let me know in the box below, and then come back on Wednesday and we'll do the same thing, have a conversation and adjust accordingly. All right? I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you'll like and share and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, it helps my little channel grow, and it means that you'll get notifications about my next videos, which will of course be the 9th through the 15th, and it will help you stay better prepared for the week ahead, which is what I'm here to do. Thank you so much. We'll see you then.